Hello, welcome to our video on Introduction to Variables. My name is Ruohan Liu. I'm a doctoral student at the University of Florida and a research assistant with the Creative Technology Research Lab. In this video, I'm going to show you how to teach variables to elementary students. First, I will discuss why it is important to teach variables. Then, I will show you what a variable in computing is. And finally, how variables are represented in Scratch. The examples used in this video come from a computational thinking plus fractions curriculum that our team developed under a National Science Foundation grant. Teaching variables is very important in elementary CS education since it plays an important role in programming. Variables is considered as a essential math and a programming concept. Previous studies as well as our observations in elementary classes have shown that many students had difficulty in understanding what a variable is and how to use variables in programming. This is one of the major challenges students face when working on a coding project. Therefore, it is very important to introduce variables in an explicit and accessible way to help students understand this concept and create effective programs. A good way to explain variables is to show students with a container or box, like the one shown here. You can tell students that a variable is like a container that holds data or value that you access and change. Also, you can illustrate it with some real-life examples. For example, in a game, a variable could be the current score of a team because the score will be changed whenever the team gets a point. In coding, many students had difficulty setting values to variables. It is important to introduce the three types of value a variable can hold and clarify that each variable has a name and a value. As you see here, you can use three boxes to show the three types of value a variable can hold. The first type of value is text or string. As you can see here, the first box is a variable that has the name first name, and the value is Bob. The middle one labeled as football fan is a variable that holds Boolean value. The Boolean value is true or false. In this case, football fan is the variable name, true is the value of the variable. The third box labeled as age is a variable that holds numerical values. In this example, age is the variable name, 35 is the value. So generally, a variable can hold three types of value: text, Boolean value, and number. As we have clarified, a variable has a name and contains a value. In Scratch, there are different ways to set values to variables. Students can either use the set block or a slider, which is shown on the right side. When you show the set block, you may want to make it clear to students which one is the variable name and where to put the value to the variable. As is shown here, in Scratch, there are 5 different blocks relating to variables, but in this particular video, I will only talk about the first 2 based on a CT integrated math lesson. In a CT integrated math lesson, a variable problem can be asking students to write codes to calculate the area of a rectangle. You may first ask students to identify how many variables are there in this formula. The answer is all 3 of them are, because you can always change their values. In this example, using the slider in Scratch, the length is set to 2 and the width is set to 7. Then, in the code, the area variable is set to be length times width. As we can see, executing this program will produce a speech bubble saying the area is 14. So, in this video, I've shown you why it is important to teach variables and demonstrated what a variable is and how you can introduce variables to elementary students using Scratch. The full lesson plan of the CT integrated lesson is provided here. Thank you for watching this video. We hope it helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us.